Yo, 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 everybody. Generic B here, and welcome to the inside of a crazy man's brain. I'm in my test world, which is where I do all my redstone and creative build testing. And I've been lost. We're just at the very corner of it. I've been lost in this place more times than I care to admit. But I've been working on item elevators using comparators and droppers. A lot of folks out there have been doing these, and they have changed dramatically over the past several. Hello, time set day. They've changed dramatically over the past several snapshots because the first ones were actually quote unquote exploiting glitches from both the comparators and the droppers. And so with each snapshot, Mojang has been fixing those glitches, and then there's been workarounds, and then those workarounds get fixed, etc., etc. And so now most of them that you see out there on YouTube are broken. I have come up with two designs. One of them is this one right here. I'm going to throw in a little bit of that and let it do its thing. Now this one is 100% efficient, so it will send all the stuff up to the top. It does not use any type of glitches whatsoever, no bud switches, no nothing. It uses comparators and repeaters. And if we go up to the top here, it is not the tiniest of things, but I've seen smaller, but I've seen larger. That's what she said. And this one is a 3x4 footprint, as you can see. And, you know, actually it's not true 3x4 because then you've got this 2 spot right here. But the way this one works, let's see, is it done? So we can go up and show. Yeah, it looks like it. Ta-da! All 64 is up there. The way this one works is very simple. We're just going to make ourselves, I'm going to build one. I'll show you what the first part looks like, and then I will show you how to build it in a survival type scenario. So you've got, you know, your input going in, hopper into a dropper. You got a comparator, so whenever there is an item that goes into the dropper, a comparator will light up, but it only lights up one redstone signal worth of strength, right? So if you had two things here, only this one would light up, not that guy. So the way we counteract that, or use it to our advantage, is we put a block right there. So the comparator powers that block, which would then power this redstone dust. We put a repeater right here, and then a block of whatever, right? Solid block. So this is basically a little loop, and so whenever there's something that goes into this dropper, signal goes around this way, powers the block, which powers the dropper, which would then send it up, right? So if we put in something like a boat, blink, and there goes the boat, right? So that's how it goes, and you just want to stair step that up and do that on every single level, right? So do a few of those. Now the problem is you can't do them over and over and over on the same orientation because there's no place to put a comparator right here because you have a comparator right there. So we're going to have to do a little bit of some stair stepping, right? And so what we'll do is we'll just come out the side like this. Same scenario, right? We're just going to put the repeater and then bonk, put that right there. And hey, guess what? This is the spot that we're going to put the next not there. We're going to put the next comparator. So you just put a comparator right there. And a little dust. And a little repeater. And a thing. And then you can just go back and do them all over like that. So it's very simple. Very straightforward. You know, it's not exactly light on the resources. It does use quite a bit of the comparators and repeaters. But hey, that's the price you pay. Like I said, this one doesn't use any type of exploits, so if you want to use this in your worlds, go ahead. This is the one that I'm going to use from now on because I'm tired of rebuilding them. That being said, as I was playing around, I had some ideas, and I did come up with another one that is slightly smaller. This is a 2x4 instead of a 3x4. And here's how I came up with it. Let me go down here for just one moment. If we do, boom, boom, right? And we make our little, actually I'm gonna do one more right there. Whoop. Okay, so we know that the comparator comes out. If we build this again really quick, and like that. So we've got that one, and then if we do another one, like so. Ooh, hello. Hello, first go. Okay, and like that. And just for the S's and G's, we're gonna put one right there. Okay, now let's think of these droppers in terms of odd and even droppers, right? So, oh, I did forget one thing on here. I'm sorry. You have to put a redstone dust right there, because this will actually throttle the hopper to only feed in one per little clock cycle. Very important. If you don't do that, it'll gum up the works. Sorry, forgot to tell you. So let's pretend, right, that you put something in. So let's say we put in this lever. It goes in, it kicks up, and now we're stuck in here. Now, the odd droppers, so we got 1, 3, 5, 7, those are fine because we've got redstone hooked up. Now, if there was only some way that we could make it where this guy could get powered by the same signal that comes out of this odd dropper, so, you know, for some crazy way, if we could make it where, let's say we go, right? And then all of a sudden that gets a signal. Notice that's gone, and it goes up here, right? If somehow we could get the even numbered droppers to receive a signal right after this one goes back through and powers this guy, then for every little chunk, for every little circuit here, we could handle both the odd and the even droppers. Hopefully I'm making sense there. Now, for the back in the day, aka just a few days ago, people were using these. They were just putting a lever right on top of the dropper, which kind of made it like a super powered dropper. That doesn't work anymore. Thank you, dinnerbone. But I was playing around with some ideas, and I came up with this. And all it is it's the exact same setup. They're all in the little odd, you know, or every odd one has a comparator going out, right? But then I put a torch coming out the back of this, and then I just created a little zigzag torchy business like that. Now what's happening here is very strange, because when this comparator goes on, it powers this block, depowers the torch, powers this, and then you would think, oh, okay, well, it must be powering this block, which is then powering this dispenser. No. But this block, if you could power this block somehow, Bob's your uncle. You're sorted. But here's what it's doing instead. This powers on, which powers the block above it, which then powers this redstone, which powers this repeater, powers this block, and powers the third dispenser. Now right now, dropper. Now right now, droppers are very, I talked with dinnerbone, this is a bug, kind of a bug, not a bug, sort of thing, where if a dropper gets powered from a block above, it's considered powered, right? Not just by the sides. So what's happening is, because of this very strange setup, and it has to deal with the fact that this torch is right here doing this, what we've created is kind of like a bud switch, where this dropper gets powered and is ready to go as soon as anything is changed around it, which happens to be the dropper above it. So again, this one is not, it's skinnier, but I think it's a timing issue. It isn't exactly 100%. So if I put if I put my 64 in there. Notice very, very fast. It's running. It's going to town. But there is issues, and I've played with the timing of the repeaters. Doesn't seem to really help too much. But it's going through, right? Doing its thing. And we're going to let that run for just a little bit until it all stops. Because I don't want to interrupt anything. Just shh, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Now, Dinnerbone did say that he was going to give this off to Jeb, because Jeb is now in charge of handling the remaining redstone bug fixes. And so they'll determine whether or not this is something that needs to be fixed or not. But if we go, probably 62 or 63 are going to be here. 62. And then I bet you anything that there's one right below it. And a couple. Oh. See, so it's kind of random. Right? Why this is the case, I don't know. So, I'm throwing this one out here, not as one that I want you to put into your world. If you want one right now that works, use this system. Works great. If you want to play around, I'm throwing this out as a redstone challenge. If you can get something working like this in a small little footprint, 2x4, 2x3, I don't know, you tell me. If you can do it, let me know. Post it as a video response, but it has to be 100% efficient. It has to be able to go very tall. As you can tell, this one's probably 15 or 20. It has to go at least that tall. I don't want to see any little 6-dropper ones in my video responses, okay? Get them going, submit them as a video response, and I will accept them. So you've got a tutorial and a design challenge all in one. Okay, that is it. I'm going to go walk around and explore my crazy inner mind. All right, that's all I got for today, fellas. Until next time, take care. Brush your hair. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.